I'm Samantha from The Data Are All Right, and I'm back with another video about how to use Conga Composer to expedite your nonprofit mission. Today I'm going to talk about a solution that I think most of us in the nonprofit sphere find incredibly vexing and overwhelming every year, which is sending end of year tax acknowledgement letters to donors. But I'm going to show you how you can use this relatively simple solution to be able to do everything you need to do with basically the click of a button. It takes a little bit of time to set up, but once you have it, it'll be good to go. So for the purpose of this example, we're going to use the Salamander Martin household, which you may be familiar with if you watched my last video. You can see here that Salamander made 2 donations over the course of this year, which is 2021. And so we want to send a letter at the end of the year or the beginning of the next year acknowledging Salamander's generosity so that he can claim tax benefits, at least in the United States, for making charitable donations. So I'm going to click my Conga button called Merge Annual Tax Letter. And this one is a little bit fancier than the one I showed in the last video. So Conga is going to run code in the background to find the pre-fill solution behaviors that I determined, and we're going to look at those together. And you can see here that there are not 1, but 2 templates that are available. So we're actually going to sample both of them because why not? So first I'm going to merge the summary one. And then when this is done downloading, I'm going to load the donation table one, and I'm going to show you the difference. This is really just a question of personal preference or organization process preference. So the first one shows a summary of donations. In this case, that will just be 1 sentence that says, thank you for your donations that add up to whatever amount. So this is just loading on my other screen. When it's done loading, I'm going to drag it over. Meanwhile, I'll start loading the second one. All right, here we go. Come on, Microsoft Word, do your thing. Thanks for your patience. Welcome to real life. All right, so here's my first one. It just says, Dear Salamander, so I use the informal first name. Thank you for your 2 donations. So the solution is smart enough to know that there were 2, totaling $225. And you can insert whatever language your organization likes to use. Now I'm going to show you the second option. Clearly, this is a little bit sloppy, but it's just to show you the idea that you can say thank you for your donations, and you can actually summarize each of them in a table format, which is really cool and something that would be a lot harder to do in regular mail merge, but is relatively easy to do using technology like Conga Composer. And now that I've shown you the merge result, we are going to go back to the household, and I'm going to show you that we also have some exciting updates. You can see that we recorded 2 tasks, and the reason for that is because I downloaded the letter twice using the 2 different templates. And there's also 2 files that are stored in Salesforce. Again, typically you would just download 1, but the purpose of this is to show you the variety. So I can open this preview, and you can see that it's stored in Salesforce for posterity. I think that this is super cool, and I want to show you how you can do it in your own org. So let's look at the Conga solution. This is the Conga Composer app, and I have drilled down to one of the solutions so I can show you how it works. They always start off with this boilerplate code, and then they identify the ID of the source object. So in this case, we're pulling this from the account or the household. And then this one is kind of fancy because we have to pull in some extra data. So we need to find all of the opportunities that fell this year so that we can merge them into the document. And the way you do that is by using a query. And then last but not least, we have some parameters that explain to log an activity, please, and give the file a nice descriptive name, store the file in Salesforce files, and load the template group of annual tax letter so that we have that nice selection of relevant templates. All right, so let's look at the query real quick. So this is the instructions that tell Conga how to find opportunities related to the account that we started from. So we're just going to pull in the name, close date, and amount from opportunities, where the ID of the opportunity account is the one we clicked on, and the opportunity close date was sometime this year. You need to have a query like that, although yours might have extra filters for record types, dates, depending on how you store data in your org. And then all of this is wrapped together into a nice button that we can add to the page layout of the household and make that button download super easy. All right, so we're now going to look at templates. So I downloaded 2 of them into this solution, or maybe uploaded is a better word. And the actual attachment will change based on how you want your template file to be, which lives over here. But what's important for you to see is that this template is part of a template group that you just type it in. You can even put commas in and put the same template in more than one group. And that is how we are able to filter the solution dialog box to show just the templates that are relevant to what we're trying to do. And it's nice if you have more than one option. So if you have a couple of different donation acknowledgement letters or something, you can kind of stack them all up and let the end user select which one they want to use for the case at hand. And lastly, was there anything else I wanted to show here? Perhaps not. No, I think that covers it. So I'm just gonna show you one more piece. As I continue to develop solutions and videos about how to make these type of merges in Salesforce and Conga Composer, I'm putting everything I know into a public GitHub repository. You can find it in the notes for this video. And I want to show you that these resources will continue to be updated. So there's an overview. There is, whoops, come back. There's example SQL queries that you can copy into your org or modify based on your needs. There's recommended parameters that I used in the example that you just saw. And finally, there's 2 tax letter templates that show you, let's see if I can download this real quick, how to lay out your Microsoft Word template so that you can map the data from Salesforce into your custom format. So for this, there's that special data table that we queried for, and it's just going to add a row for every donation that should be acknowledged. It's really cool stuff. I think that once you build something like this, your end of year tax season can be kind of no sweat. And that's what I want for the nonprofit sector. I want us to be able to treat our donors with the dignity and personal touch that they deserve. But I want to be able to do that in a way that's efficient and leverages patterns and technology and efficient one-click solutions. And I think this is a really smart way to do it that could be replicated across all kinds of nonprofits. So if you give this solution a try, I hope you'll let me know, and let me know also how I can make it even better and more relevant. You can get in touch with me by commenting on this video, by subscribing to the channel, or by logging your ideas for improved solutions here in my GitHub repo. Thanks for watching. Bye.